Hello, boys and girls, back again to read another story. This time I'm going to read out of our Sneetches book, and this time I'm going to read Sneetches. And it's by one of our favorite authors, Dr. Seuss, who we actually celebrated his birthday not too long ago, which was really fun. We read a lot of his stories. So I'm going to read you the Sneetches. Now the star-belly Sneetches had bellies with stars, but the plain-belly Sneetches had none upon theirs. Those stars weren't so big, they were actually small. You might think a thing wouldn't matter at all. But whether they had stars, all the star-belly Sneetches would brag we're the best kind of Sneetches on the beaches. And they'd have their snoots in the air, and they'd sniff and they'd snort. We have nothing to do with the plain-belly sort. And whenever they met one, when they were out walking, they'd hike right on past them without even talking. Is that nice? Should we treat people like that? When the star-belly children went out to play ball, could a plain belly get in the game? Not at all. You could only play if your belly had stars, and the plain belly Sneetches had none upon theirs. When the star-belly Sneetches had Frankfurter roast, or picnics or parties or marshmallow toast, they never invited the plain belly Sneetches. They left them out cold in the dark of the beaches. They kept them away, never let them come near, and that's how they treated them year after year. Is that how we treat our friends at school? If someone wants to play, what do? Thank you, we do. We let them play, don't we? Because that's what we should do. The Sneetches weren't like that, so let's find out what's going to happen. Then one day, it seemed, while the plain belly Sneetches were moping and doping and alone on the beaches, just sitting there wishing their bellies had stars, a stranger zipped by with a strange kind of car. "My friends," he announced in a voice loud and clear, "my name is Sylvester McMonkey McBean. I've heard of your troubles. I've heard you're unhappy, but I can fix that. I'm the fix-it-up chappie. I've come here to help you. I have what you need. And my prices are low. And I work at great speed, and my work is 100% guaranteed." Then quickly Sylvester McBean put together a very peculiar machine, and he said, "You want stars like star-belly Sneetches? My friends, you can have them for $3 eaches. Just pay me your money and hop on aboard." And they clambered inside. Then the big machine roared. And it knocked and it bonked and it perked, jerked and it burked and it popped them about. But the thing really worked. When the plain belly Sneetches popped out, they had stars. They actually had them. They had stars upon theirs. Then they yelled at the ones who had stars at the start. "We're exactly like you. You can't tell us apart. We're all just the same now, you snooty old smarties. And now we can go to your Frankfurter parties." "Good grief," groaned the ones who had stars at the first. "But we're still the best Sneetches, and they are the worst. But now, how in the world will we know?" They all frowned. "If that kind is what kind or what kind around?" Then up came McBean with a very sly wink, and he said, "Things are not as bad as you think. You just don't know who's who. That is perfectly true. But come here with me, friends. Do you know what I'll do? I'll make you again the best Sneetches on beaches, and all it will cost you is $10 eaches." So first he only charged $3. Now he's charging $10. What's the difference in those two numbers? How would I figure out the difference? I would subtract. I would subtract 3 from 10. What do you think you'd get if you subtract 3 from 10? You're right, you get 7 more dollars. So they paid $7 extra to take off the stars. "Belly stars are no longer in style," said McBean. "What you need is a trip through my star-off machine. This wondrous contraption will take off your stars so you won't look like the Sneetches who have stars upon theirs." And that handy machine, working very precisely, removed all their stars very nicely. Then the snoots in the air, they paraded about, and they opened their beaks and they gave out a shout. "We know who is who now, and there isn't a doubt. The best kind of Sneetches are Sneetches without." Then of course, those with stars got frightfully mad. To be wearing a star now is frightfully bad. Then, of course, old Sylvester McMonkey McBean invited them onto his star-off machine. Then, of course, then what happened from then? You know how it goes. Things got really mixed up. And a horrible mess. All the rest of that day, those wild screaming beaches of fix-it-up Chappie kept fixing up Sneetches. On again, off again, in again, out again. Through the machine, they went on and on again. Changing their stars every minute or two. They kept paying their money and they kept running through until neither the plane or the star-belly Sneetches knew who were the what or the what on the beaches. Oh, that's crazy. Whether this one was that one or that one was this one or which one was what one or what one was who. Then, when every last cent of their money was spent, the fix-it-up Chappie picked up and he went. And he laughed as he drove his car down the beach. They never will learn. No, you can't teach a Sneetch. But McBean was quite wrong. I'm happy to say that the Sneetches got really quite smart on that day. The day they decided that Sneetches are Sneetches and no kind of Sneetch is the best on the beaches. That day, the all Sneetches forgot about stars and whether they had one or not upon theirs. That's the end of that book. You know what? Like we talked about a lot in class, we all are different. We are made different. We're supposed to be different. That's what makes us special. But we all have the same value. And we need to value people and let people know that they're special no matter what they look like or no matter what they talk like or whether they're a boy, whether they're a girl, whether they have blonde hair, whether they have brown hair. We just have to accept people the way they are. And you guys, you're so good at that. And I love you so much. And I'm so thankful to be your teacher. And I hope to see you soon. Have a great day. Love you.